Nominations for a village council seat for this year's election has been popular, with some villages registering many more than previous years and some not fulfilling the numbers required to form a village council under the Village Council Act. As of closing of nominations last Friday, Toi Village topped the most candidates nominated. The Government Gazette released today showed figures from Alofitonga, with 5 candidates: Judy Nemaia, Dimitri Williamu, Puakina Kofisi, Poilitaio, and Robin Hiko. From Tamakotonga, there were only 4: Fu'eo Funaki, January Sipeni, Lavea Poheke, Lomisiola Funaki. From Avasele, there were also 4: Oswin Ikiua, Emeline Laufoli, Carlos Tukutama, and Ataleo Siakia. From Waia, they had 5: Mary Talaisi, Takala Talaisi, Mokemutu Talaisi, Enia Koli Kofisi, and Melata Tupau. Hakupu only has 3 nominations: Pacific Enterprise Mautama, Naya Jackson, Itzi Tukuitonga. And from Liku, they also had 3 nominations: Insurance Mua, Sionetasi Pulhetoa, Sifakalipa Pulhetoa. Lakapa, though, only has 1 nomination, that is Ricky Cornelio. From Mutalo, there were 3: Fulani Haletama, Frank Soniholo, and Danny Panama. From Toi, they have 8 nominations: Paulino Tokimua, Liliwika Muimatangi, Hamoko Lima, Salapinga Tutakitoa, Leslie Ngataua, Sapa Tituhanga, Poniwasalia Taufitu, and Manungi Mokapui Hanga. No candidates registered for the village of Namukulu. To Tuapa, they have registered or nominated 6: Hali Titule, Melana Misileki, Kulupanto Ikihele, Sione Poko, Sione Tama, Mona Ainu, and Halafo Mokalei. Makefu has 7: Marianne Talangi, Salome Guest, Saimone Tongia, Darren Tahovaka, Etayana Puihanga, Charlie Tahovaka, and Fu Tahovaka. Alofi North have 6: Rupina Morrissey, Supeti Fatiaki, Alentano Puliosi, Tutuli Haka, Pilana Mutfo, and Ross Tefatu Hipa. Hikitawaike village candidates list has not been released by the Chief Electoral Officer. The electoral roll for Hikitawaike has also been extended to Friday, 17th of August. The closing date for the new electoral rolls for all other villages will be closing tomorrow, as well as the objection date. The final day for withdrawal of nominations has been scheduled for this Friday, the 17th of August as well. This year's elections is also being questioned, with the eligibility of some nominations not resident in a constituency. That has changed from the last village council election, where it was allowed. Unfortunately, we have not been able to receive a response from the Chief Electoral Office as to the change to this year's election process. Yesterday morning's new Legislative Assembly was a short session with a few businesses for discussions. Firstly, tabling of regulations for the new shipping registry. A couple of reports for consideration included the submissions by Honourable Premier Tahalangi of the New Philatelic and Numismatic Company Limited financial statements for the 3 months ended June 30th, 2009. As well, the New Philatelic and Numismatic Company Annual Report 2011. Questions were also posed to the government of the day. However, 4 motions were submitted. Only 1 was passed in the House of Assembly. The motion that the tender board tender off all government's unused plants and vehicles which are breeding places for rats and mosquitoes, and to be completed within the next 2 months. It has now been 7 weeks since Niue High School has been without a art teacher, and concerns from parents are warranted, considering grades for student assessments could affect the overall school NCEA results. Education management says that Niue High School have arrangements put in place to ensure that students are able to meet crucial dates for assessments. The requirement for a suitable candidate is twofold, not only requiring someone with an art degree, but also with a teaching qualification. However, the Niue Public Service Commission chairperson says that discussions in regards to the vacant position has been verbal, but no formal request or recommendation has been made by the Education Department. The Commission is only able to make decisions or appointments based on the recommendations made and is still waiting on their formal proposal from the Department. According to one of the commissioners, they are working and operating on the assumption that the school and the department have their own plans in place that are working. On that note, the appointment of an art teacher may be weeks away, but the hope is that the Commission and the Education Department will be able to work quickly with the best interest of students in mind and to guarantee their student studies or grades will not be affected. Dengue fever cases presenting to the UFO hospital are on the decrease, according to health officials. Health reports that for the past 3 weeks they have had one confirmed dengue fever case each week. As for this week, there have been none. However, Minister of Health, Honourable Joan Williamu, says that despite a drop in numbers of dengue cases, the department continues to appeal to the public to continue taking precautionary measures, such as cleaning around homes and destroying mosquito breeding places. This week, there has been no reported cases, but the department urged the public not to be complacent. The potential for dengue to spread is dependent on the presence of mosquitoes, but the health department will continuously monitor the situation. And to end our news bulletin for tonight, the vital figures for the first half of 2012 shows a steady increase in population with 15 births. In the first half of the year, there were a total of 15 new births, with 5 baby boys and 10 baby girls. March and May both had the highest number of births, with a total of 4 babies, 1 boy and 3 girls. Following after with a total of 3 births is April by means of 3 girls. 2 births are recorded in the months of January, 2 boys, and February, 1 boy and a girl. There were no recorded births for the month of June. Birth took place in New Zealand, with 11 mothers deciding to give birth on the island and 4 opting to give birth in New Zealand. For the first half of the year ending at 30th June 2012, a total of only 3 deaths were recorded, 2 female and 1 male. The recordings show 1 female died in May and 1 male and 1 female died in June. For the marriages in total, there were 7 registered marriages in between January to June 2012. March and June did not register any marriages, whereas January had 2, April had 3, and both February and May had 1 registered marriage. In terms of who got married, 2 of these couples were residents and the others were here on holiday and decided to tie the knot anyway. That's our news bulletin for tonight. Good evening.